Most men believe the day begins when the sun rises, when noise fills the streets, when the world begins to move. They wait for the signal as if life must first announce itself before they act. But a mind that waits for the world has already surrendered authority. The first battle of the day happens long before anyone else notices it. It happens in silence, in the moment your eyes open, and the mind decides whether it will command the day or be commanded by it. When a man wakes and immediately seeks comfort, he begins the day by obeying weakness. The body asks for warmth, for stillness, for delay. The mind creates reasons to agree with it. These reasons sound harmless. They sound intelligent, but they are the quiet foundation of fear. When comfort becomes the first decision of the day, hesitation becomes the habit of the mind. The discipline do something different. They wake before comfort settles into command. They rise before the world begins its noise, not to prove strength to others but to remind themselves that authority over the mind must be claimed daily. Control is never permanent, it is earned again each morning. In those early moments when darkness still lingers and the world is silent, the mind reveals its true nature. Without distraction, you hear your own resistance clearly. The voice that says not yet, the voice that says rest longer, the voice that says this does not matter. These voices are not enemies, they are instructors. They reveal how easily the mind negotiates with weakness. When you rise despite that resistance, something important happens inside you. You prove that action does not require permission from comfort. This lesson, repeated daily, changes the structure of the mind. You begin to understand that discipline is not built in great moments of struggle. It is built in small, quiet decisions that no one else sees. The early morning carries a strange power because it belongs to no one. There are no expectations yet, no demands pulling you in different directions. In this silence, the mind becomes clear. Thoughts move slowly, deliberately. You are not reacting to the world, you are preparing to meet it. Men who wake late often live reactively. They rush into the day already behind. Every action becomes a response to something else. Messages, noise, obligations, distractions. Their mind is scattered before it has even gathered itself. When pressure appears later, they are already exhausted. But the one who wakes early steps into the day differently. He begins from stillness. His actions are chosen rather than forced. He decides the pace of the day rather than being dragged by it. This difference seems small, but over time it creates a mind that moves with control while others move with urgency. Fear also weakens in these early hours. Fear feeds on uncertainty and distraction. When the mind is calm and focused, fear has less room to grow. By rising before the world demands anything from you, you confront yourself first. And when a man confronts himself honestly each morning, the world becomes far less intimidating. Many believe courage is something that appears suddenly in moments of danger. This is an illusion. Courage is built quietly, long before danger arrives. It is built when you command your body to move while it asks to remain still. It is built when you act despite resistance rather than waiting for motivation. Every morning becomes a rehearsal for mastery. The act of rising is simple, yet it carries meaning. It is a declaration that the mind will not be ruled by comfort. The body may resist, the mind may argue, but the decision remains unchanged. There is also humility in waking before the world. The silence reminds you how small you are within it. The sky is vast. Time moves forward without concern for your plans or desires. This awareness removes arrogance and replaces it with focus. You stop wasting energy on things that do not matter. As days pass, this practice becomes more than a habit. It becomes identity. You no longer debate whether you will rise. The decision has already been made. This removes conflict within the mind. Energy once spent arguing with yourself is now directed toward action. And when the day finally begins, when noise fills the air and demands arrive from every direction, you are already steady. Your mind has already faced resistance. You have already proven to yourself that comfort does not control you. Most people fear the world because they meet it unprepared. They step into chaos without first mastering themselves, but the one who rises early enters the day differently. He has already claimed the first victory. Win the morning and fear loses its first place to hide. Most men wake when comfort releases them. Their eyes open only after the body has rested enough, after warmth has convinced them to move. In that moment, they believe the day has begun. But the truth is simpler and more severe. The day begins the instant the mind decides whether it will command or obey. When the body asks for more rest, it is not evil, it is natural. The danger appears when the mind immediately agrees. That agreement, repeated every morning, teaches the spirit to follow comfort. A man who begins the day by obeying comfort will spend the rest of the day negotiating with weakness. The discipline do something different. They rise before the mind becomes comfortable with staying still. They move before excuses gather strength. In those quiet moments before the world wakes, resistance becomes clear. The body is heavy, the mind whispers delay, yet the decision remains firm. This small act carries weight far beyond the morning. Each time you rise despite resistance, you remind yourself that action does not require permission from feeling. The mind begins to understand that discipline leads and comfort follows, not the other way around. The early hour also brings silence, and in that silence the mind sharpens. There are no demands yet, no voices pulling you in different directions. You meet the day from stillness rather than chaos. That stillness becomes a form of armor. Most men fear the world because they meet it already scattered. The one who claims the morning meets it already steady. Master the first moment of the day, and the rest of the world loses its power to command you.